Hey everybody, Dave here. Today I'm going to be picking some cucumbers. These hydroponic cucumbers have done pretty well for me, and I got too many right now, so we're going to make some garlic pickles with these, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I'm going to do them fermented style in salt brine with garlic. And we're going to have to go pick some raspberry leaves. I used black raspberry leaves to keep the pickles firm. The tannins in the blackberry leaves help keep the pickles nice and firm so they don't get mushy. So let's go get some blackberry leaves, and we'll pick these, and then we'll get some blackberry leaves, and then we'll go ahead and make some pickles. So I'll go ahead and get this one right now. Getting a little big, but they'll be still good. These are regular sized cucumbers. These aren't picklers, but they'll do good. We got another nice big one right here, and I got a couple more down here. Some of these might be too big for the jar, too tall, but we can cut them a little bit. Here's another one. And you really got to look around for these guys because they kind of hide on you. And here's another one. Now I'm going to be, I got a couple others that I picked the other day too, so we should have enough for at least one jar there, if not more. So we'll just do one jar. So here's the black raspberries, and the berries have kind of gone by, but that's okay because we just want some leaves, because the tannins will help keep our pickles more firm. And how many leaves? I don't know. So I'm just going to get extra, and we'll wash them off and put them right in the bottom of the pickle jar. So we've got a nice little handful. I'm not sure exactly how many we need, so I'm figuring we'll err on the side of plenty. The other thing that helps keep the pickles firm is cutting off the blossom end and not over fermenting them. If you're doing a salt brine pickle, 3 to 6 days is all you really need. And then you want to start checking them for flavor and firmness. Okay guys, so I've got my stuff all together here, and so what you want is 2 tablespoons of salt per quart of water, and that seems like a little much to me, so I'm gonna go, but that's the recommendation. I'm gonna go about 1.5. Maybe that's 1 3/4. Too much salt will slow down the fermentation. Too little could allow bad bacteria to grow. So I'm going to mix the brine in here. I've got 1 quart in here. You want to dissolve this pretty well on the cutting board. I decided to put some of my hot peppers in because I have them. Now, I can't see what I'm filming, so I'm hoping this is a pretty good angle for you guys to see. I've got my clean jar here. And what I want to put in first is the raspberry leaves that I just picked. And I'll put those in the bottom, because we want everything to stay under the brine. And so the smaller things will tend to want to float. And we're going to put the things that would float down there first. So I'm putting my hot peppers. And now my garlic. And I'll keep mixing this. Now you can use, I use the pink Himalayan salt. You can use kosher salt, pickling salt. Just make sure it doesn't have any free flow agents or iodine. So the garlic cloves too are awesome pickled, so you'll get to the bottom of your jar and you can have those. Now I've cut these pickles in half just because I wanted it to be easier for me to get them in there, to fit them all in. I left this one whole. I figured I'd put that one more in the middle. So I don't know how many of these will get in, but we'll give it a try to get them all in. So I cut the ends off because the ends can have some bitterness, and as I mentioned, the blossom end also has something in it that can make the pickles soften. So you're going to pack these in there nice and tight. You also want to leave enough room for, I have a little weight here that'll keep them all under the brine. If you don't have a weight, you can either just pack them in there tight enough so that you know everything's under the brine, or you could boil a stone or something to put in there. But as long as they're under, oh, that's perfect. Now, most likely they wouldn't even need this glass weight because they're all down pretty well. So we'll keep stirring this up a little more. This seemed like it was going to be an okay angle for you guys. I hope it is. So I'm thinking a quart of brine will be enough. This is a 2-quart jar. I figured with the cucumbers displacing quite a bit of that. If not, we can make some more. So you want to let these sit out somewhere. Room temperature. Now you have two choices. You can either put the lid on tight. If you put the lid on tight, you better make sure that you release the lid a couple times a day, or you'll have an explosion. I like to keep the lid tight because I like the effervescence that it gives the pickles. It kind of puts almost like a little carbonation in them. The other thing you could do is just leave your lid slightly loose, but check it because as it pressures up, it may get tight. So that's it. And now we have room for our little glass weight, which I'm not even sure I need, but since I have it, I'll throw it in there. It would look prettier if some of the peppers and stuff were mixed throughout, but it's better to make sure that they're not going to float up and be exposed to the air. So I've got to get, I left the retaining ring inside, so I've got to go get that. So there you have it, guys. A beautiful jar of fermented pickles ready to happen. So I think it'll probably be, depending on the temperature and stuff and how much salt, it can be 3 to 6 days. I'm guessing I'll probably go around 4 or 5. Hey everybody, so this is an update on these pickles that I put in here on Friday morning, and today is Sunday morning. So I wanted to show you guys how I release the pressure that's building up in here. So basically I'm just opening, but I want to show you too how much. If you watch, you'll see all the bubbles coming up in here, and I just want to give you an idea of how much pressure will be in there. So you know, you'll have a pickle bomb here if you don't release the pressure, or probably safer just to leave this very loose. I just like to get that effervescence in there, so I cap it tight, and I do this twice a day. So you have to do it slow because you see all the, you can see how it's starting to really bubble as the more I take this off. So I don't know if I caught that really well for you guys, but you still see some bubbles coming up here. And as it progresses, as the fermentation becomes more, then you'll have you know, build up pressure a little faster. But twice a day should keep you safe if you're doing it this way. Anyway, they're starting to smell pretty good now, and I'll probably let them go a couple more days, but I'll probably might even check one tomorrow. So that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so that'd be my 3 days there. Anyway, hope you all have a great day. Okay guys, so now here's the taste test for these garlic fermented pickles. I fermented them for about 4 days and then I put them in the fridge, and I did eat some already and they're pretty good, but I figured I would just show you guys what it looks like and tell you what I think. Now once they go into the refrigerator, they really stop fermenting, so they don't really you know, you don't have to worry about letting the gas escape at that point. But they're a pretty nice firm pickle. They're not mushy. They have a good crunch. As you can see. And I'm going to take a little taste test. Very good. The garlic flavor is even more pronounced than it was when I put them in the fridge. So it's continuing to improve, and I would say this is definitely a good recipe to try out. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Have a good one.